there has been a big fall on Wall Street overnight, this fueling fears of a recession.
Yeah, the Dow Jones is down 800 points in the fourth largest daily drop on record. Business reporter Chris Kohler joins us now. Chris, give us your thoughts on things. We had Jennifer Westacott on our show earlier today saying, you know, overall the American economy is in pretty good shape, while Evan Lucas seems to think that there is a recession that is probably going to hit the US at the end of next year. So what's your read on things?
Morning, Pete and Laura. Yeah, look, I kind of tend to side with the idea that things aren't looking so great at the moment. This is a recession indicator that is flashing red right now. To your point before, yeah, Australian investors should expect some steep falls when the market opens at around 10:15 this morning. That is because Wall Street was absolutely whacked by this Treasury debacle that's gone on over there. 3% down on the Dow Jones Industrial Average, the worst day of the year. And as you said, the fourth worst day on record. Basically what's happened here is that the 10-year US Treasury yield has dipped below the 2-year Treasury yield for the first time since 2007. It's a very popular indicator of an upcoming recession in the US, and it certainly sent investors heading for the hills. So look, it's kind of it's an interesting one because it's also given rise to Donald Trump coming down like a ton of bricks on the Federal Reserve and Jay Powell, calling him clueless this morning in a message on Twitter. So this is really kind of a new paradigm for markets. We've never had a president at odds so much with the Federal Reserve chair on economic policy. And look, it's turning into a bit of a nasty time. I mean, obviously, it has been a very strong year so far, both the US and Australian markets hitting record highs towards the end of last month. So you could argue that there is some froth to be knocked off in terms of equities, but it's certainly not looking good for today and for the next couple of weeks.
OK, so not looking good for today in terms of the market. Do we have any buffer?
Any buffer? Well, we've got a couple of. I mean, look, we've got stocks that are looking particularly strong at the moment. We had CSL yesterday showing very strong earnings numbers. We are in the middle of earnings season, Laura, and look, basically, economists and analysts are expecting some basically flat or positive earnings season, about 2% earnings growth. But today, the big stuff we've got on the agenda, we've got quite a lot coming out today on the local market. We've got Super Retail, QBE, Telstra, Blackmores, Woodside Petroleum, Sydney Airport, Treasury Wine. These are all full-year earnings reports that are going to be coming into this market at a very volatile day today. So certainly plenty to keep our eyes on.